I don't know if he gave you an estimate along with that, but
Not on that,
he
no.
talked about
Yeah,
that that would be one of the things that, to stop that from leaking in that front needed to be done.
Well, what's the most immediate thing? Are we gonna wait and look at all this on the new budget?
well, City Hall, like I said, the big windows up front, they haven't leaked now all spring. All the rains we got. The one in the back there, every time it rained, it leaked. Then I caulked it, and then it didn't leak for about, what, 4 rains. And then the last rain, there was just a little wet spot on the false ceiling again.
Why do you wanna put it in next year's budget? Do you have money if they should budget for it?
Well, it's,
It's just gonna have it a planned budget expense, that's all, so it didn't affect
yeah, so it
anything
didn't
this
affect
year.
our,
Well, the only thing, it could rain before fall.
oh, yeah, not better, we hope it does.
I think it's going to at the end of the week.
Yeah, yeah, that's what, we just need to know, if you want us to go ahead and do this, that's,
Well, I would have no problem doing the roofs.
main parts of the roof.
Yeah, that's 25, 55 to 13, 60. If we
Yeah,
squeeze the money somewhere, we got.
We'll just have to make
we,
it work.
we squeeze it,
We'll take it out of water.
that'll be 4. Yeah.
You might have a little money left from the snow budget.
We didn't already use it,
Now, when you talk about the north wall, there's not very much space between it and the senior citizens.
yeah, see, and we did that, we sealed that, or we, put a, we had a, I think we had, Flanagan's build a tin frame form, and we, I think it was flashing from Flanagan's, and we put that all up there and helped it, so that between the two buildings, we're not getting any water down in it like we was before.
Okay.
This is west of the,
Senior citizens.
right, west of the senior citizens where they did that.
They didn't surcoat that like they done on
They put a, they covered it with the grout, they covered that whole north wall with that, but this guy says that needs to be sealed.
And sealed with this mesh and that, or,
No, he was talking about a sealer, a regular sealer,
It's the
not
same thing
not
they
the mesh
use
in the
compared
rubber.
to liquid rubber.
Yeah,
and that's the deal that costs $5 grand.
yeah.
Well, I'd make a motion for the roofs. I don't know, what do the rest of you think? Should we do the whole thing now, or?
Well, if they're leaking, I think it makes sense if we can make it work. We don't want more damage.
And we're not having any leaking back there where that coat or that grout stuff is. We're not having leaking back there at problems, so.
I wonder if that stuff isn't sealed, if it degrades.
Well, that's what I think he was taught, the way he talked, that's what he was getting at. It would get to where it would start peeling off.
So maybe we need to fix that before it gets to that point.
What, like September, would that be?
We were talking almost 9,000 to do everything. What do we have left in this snow budget? I think we can safely use that.
No.
Any after hours?
Yeah, not very much.
Not 9,000.
We didn't already use.
Just call it an intersection.
Yeah.
Maybe if we don't do one of our intersections this summer. Like the street budget.
Yeah, we can get it out of the street budget.
Which one's more important?
I think the roofs myself are more important than the sides, or that side.
So if we just did the roofs, could we still do the intersection we're talking about?
So-
That makes sense, and then we could talk about with the new budget, doing that side ceiling.
This will also give us an opportunity to see how this guy works too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think, is we'll see how you like his work and how it works.
All right, I'll make a motion to do the office roof at 2555 and the senior citizens for what we're doing up there at 1360 about street.
Okay, and I got, just for your information, we're gonna start spraying mosquitoes the 18th this month, Thursday night, okay?
What time do you, is that during the middle of the night you do that?
About 9:30, yeah,
I have not had a mosquito in my house, so I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm immune.
This year?
There's a couple little ones.
I'm immune, maybe.
Oh, I'm over to my side of town.
And I talked to Dean, my wife asked me what the count was on it, and I talked to Dean about it, and he's working.
Yeah, we're working on that, we've got the pump set and some of the wiring pulled, so we're getting closer on the foundation. And we are in the process of fixing some bad spots in streets. We've had some cement issues where they broke up and stuff. We broke them out, and we're gonna try to get them run back in tomorrow before it rains, so.
For the council's information, plus I represented buying two pump motors for the funds.
Is it gonna be one like in Fountain Hills, Arizona, it goes about 50 feet in the air?
It's gonna be similar to the one in Las Vegas.
It's set to music.
That's all.
Thank you, that's very generous of the fund.
We'll go ahead and approve, need a motion to approve the superintendent's report with,
Can we approve the motion to fix, let's do the roof stuff, I think.
Okay.
I make that motion to fix those two roofs.
Okay.
Second. Or did you second?
Nope, nobody's seconded yet, you're good. So we're looking at the second item on the agenda under his report first.
okay, so we'll make a motion to fix the roof, how's that? We need a roll call.
Okay.
Office and the senior center.
The 2555 and the 1360, correct? Okay. Miller,
Yes.
Warner,
Yes.
and Hughes.
Yeah.
Motion carried.
So along with approval of the superintendent, we need the pool party with WJG also included. And motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve his report and the pool party.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call.
Hughes,
Yes.
Warner,
Yes,
and Miller.
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you for all you do.
Yeah, thanks a million. And thank your guys too, a lot of work and a lot of hot weather.
Thank them, yeah, these hot days.
Number 21, electric operation report.
We did get, Dean said all the wire was pulled today for that fountain, so.
Is that quote for the poster month?
Is that better?
No, I don't think it's working. Try pushing it, it's sliding out.
You're an electrician.
If it was on a pole, you could fix it.
There.
Need a motion by tonight.
Who's this?
Kelly Griffiths is the business. They replaced what's in here for tonight.
All right, like Dean said, we got all the wire pulled today for the fountain, so now it's a matter of getting everything hooked back up, and then that should be up and running. Let's see, this month we did have another little spot in the park with some bad underground. Got that fixed, just on streetlights that, one streetlight that runs down there. So we got that fixed and taken care of. I think as far as I know, we got all the lights back on down there now. We did have some schooling this month. I went down to the Hotline School, and then Scott and Brian also went down to the underground school. Those were both in Norfolk. You'll probably see us in the next week or two doing a little more work down in the park. We did, while I was down up there at the college in Norfolk, got a hold of them, and I bought about 20 used poles. They're a year old. Got a pretty good deal on them. So we're going to use those down in the park to start replacing a bunch of the street light poles that are getting to be bad shape. So we see us down there replacing those as we go along. Other than that, I think that's about all I had for the electrical side, unless you have any other questions.
Did our generation test all right when you tested it?
Yeah, everything passed on, you're talking our DEQ test we did a while back. Everything passed there. We just had, one of our sensors in the exhaust, one of those went bad in the process, and we were able to switch it around and get the test complete, and we did get the new one in and installed, and everything's been working, so. Yeah, everything's been running well in the generation. We're completely fueled up. We just did our test around here.
Did you go back to a half-hour test every month now from the hour test?
Yeah, we've been, I don't remember how long ago that was. It's been quite a few months when we discussed that. But yeah, we've been sticking with the half-hour run on each motor.
That wasn't that all right?
Yeah, it seems to be. We're getting everything, we're able to get everything up to good temperatures and run there for quite a while. We have had to, well, now it's starting to get back up, but our load was low enough there for a while where we couldn't actually run them at full capacity, but we kind of adjusted according to our load, and now our load's grown to where we can do the full 1.8 for the half hour.
If we're called upon to generate this summer, do you have enough fuel on hand? Are you ready to go?
We are completely fueled up now where we were only doing half-hour runs. We're not burning through very much fuel now, but right after we did our emissions testing, I got a full load in, and everything's topped off except for, the 2-3 months of our half-hour runs, so. And that did work pretty well, where they did switch our fuel around now. They ship it direct from Council Bluffs, and it worked pretty smooth. I got a hold of them, and then they basically got it to us the next day where it wasn't an emergency, but they said in an emergency they'll.
How many hours can you generate if you're topped off with your fuel?
All depends on our load, because like right now, our load's low enough where I can get by running 2 generators to cover the town. Where I do that, and I can kind of alternate motors, I mean, we can go probably, I'd say probably good 12, maybe 13 hours.
If you were called upon to generate by SSP a full load, could you operate long enough in which to get a new supply here?
Yeah, we can, at full load, we can still run, they say they run 8 hours, but the way they've been going, I can probably push about 10 before I actually get, so and they're pretty good about letting us know how long we have to run in the past when they did call us to tell us to run, so if they give us a long duration that we're supposed to be running, then I can at that time get a hold of them and at least get fuel in, so. Anything else? Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the electric generation report.
Ted made a motion to approve the electric operation report.
I'll second.
Stephanie? We have a first and a second to approve the report. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Miller,
Yes.
Hughes,
Yeah.
Warner,
Yes.
motion carried.
I was gonna ask you, Dean, we were gonna do some restroom work down at the ballpark and
That's done.
that got done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, since you opened that door,
And I've heard they look really nice.
and there was a comment to that, we got some really good news from the Historical Society. We made a trip down to Lincoln to visit with the Senate to see if we could get some funding approved for the riprap along the river to protect the bridge, all the money that's been donated, to repair the bridge, to paint the bridge, which has been a great addition to our city. Again, we're back mobile again. And I don't know if people realize when Highway 14 is closed because of an accident or construction, that people between other areas north can go south on this bridge up to certain weight limits. So we got really good news, and so that was about $90,000 to do that work. So that will be coming, and the Historical Society will take care of that, so kudos to the Historical Society for helping us out. And that goes back to Harv Opie and a lot of work he does up here with what we have ongoing already, so,
And that's what you went down and testified for?
yes.
Well, thank you for that.
Yes, it's no problem at all. It was a shot in the dark and we got it. Bills presented for approval.
Make a motion, pay the bills.
Motion by Ted, Leonard seconded. Any discussion? Roll call?
Juan,
Yes.
Miller, Hughes.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Stephanie, second.
I'll second.
Ted? Any other discussion? We will be adjourning, we'll use the clock here at 9:10. Roll call.
Miller, Hughes. And Juan.
Yes.
Motion carried. I had a lot of help, I know.
Well, I'm not a big fan of my.
We'll set this up.
My brother has. All family benefits.
Yeah, I did try.